Great. So welcome to Vinyasa yoga class. We are going to do a very classic Vinyasa. As time passes, I'm finding my classes are becoming more classical Vinyasa flow, and I'm less and less interested in the tricks and the Cirque du Soleil of some sort of fancy Instagram practice. I just really love dropping into those solid classic poses as if each time were the first time, and exploring how that feels inside. So the pose is kind of an outside shape, and then the adventure is to go inside and how does that feel? How's my breath responding? And to just bring that dialogue with my insides to my conscious mind. So that's what I'm inviting you to do today. The playlist I've got going on in the background is Vinyasa Delight. So let's start that from the beginning now. Okay, I've just pressed play. And let's begin by coming to sitting. You are welcome to use props, to use pillows, to have your sheepskin handy, if you want to be super comfy. We've got a full hour, so there is time. Let's begin sitting cross-legged, hands on knees. Drop the chin towards the chest. And just notice how the spine is feeling. Now, in Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, she talks about different parts of the body and what they represent when there is pain or discomfort or imbalance there. It's an interesting book, and it's a classic. And she always says that spine problems, backache, is to do with lack of support. So that I find very interesting, and actually having watched the way that my back responds to life, I think there is some truth in it there. So drop the eyelids, let the shoulders come away from the ears, and just chart the territory of your spine from tailbone right the way up to atlas and skull. And just notice how it's feeling. Which areas are slightly more sensitive, which areas maybe a little bit numb, less sensitive, which areas feel happy and healthy and in flow. And as you let your breath start to deepen and soften, you may start to feel the movement of your diaphragm, which attaches to the spine. You may feel the muscles of your tummy responding to your breath. Then you might be able to take your awareness down to your pelvis. And if you consciously engage your pelvic floor muscles, Mula Bandha, as it's called in yoga, you might notice a substantial difference to how your spine is feeling with that foundation of Mula Bandha in place. And with the eyelids closed, breathing in and out through the nose, dropping into a gentle Ujjayi breath so that you are able to hear. It's an audible breath. It's not forced. It's not like Darth Vader, but there is a sound. There's a texture. There's an awareness of the breath moving in your throat. This is where the source comes from. This is the juice of the practice, the Ujjayi breath, Mula Bandha. They're like the pillars that hold it in place and keep you safe. Let's circle shoulders, slowing those circles down so that you really get to feel the clunks and the clicks. maybe circling them individually so they're not circling together, and notice how that affects the spine. And then moving the heart in circles so the spine gets to feel that range of movement as you breathe, inhaling possibly as you come forwards, exhaling as you come back. And then changing direction, and going even slower this time. It takes awareness, doesn't it, to slow it down. Instinctual responses are usually fast. And coming back to center, keeping hold of the knees. As you exhale, drop the sitting bones, drop the tailbone, and let the heart rock back as far back away from you as possible, dropping your chin towards the chest. And then as you inhale, bring your elbows in, let your heart rock forwards between your arms, maybe raising the gaze or raising the face up a little, and then exhale, rocking back. Inhale forwards, exhale, rocking back. And as the breath lengthens and deepens, it almost becomes quite oceanic. You know the sound when you're sitting at the shoreline and you can hear the waves moving along the pebbles or the sand, the edge of the land. There is that movement, that sound moving through you with your breath. Okay, inhaling up to center, reaching both arms up high. Take a moment with the arms up high. This is one of these power poses that's supposed to make you feel really strong with your arms wide. Let's take a couple of breaths there. And then fold the elbows and hold on to either elbow, drawing the elbows apart and magnetizing the hands towards one another. Notice how that affects the diaphragm and the breath. Maybe taking a little side lunge. These are just stretches. They're just allowing us to become aware of our body. So we're not seeking to push any edges here. We're just seeking ways to find space. Space within the body. Okay, inhaling the arms up high. Let's take a little twist. So left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Take the inhale to lift the rib cage, exhaling as you turn. Exhale, and maybe you can breathe out through your mouth. This is such a good place to do that. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. When I do that, it often feels like there's all sorts of stuff I'm holding on to that I had no idea. But that breathing out through the mouth lets me somehow loosen their grasp. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Third time, inhaling. Deepening the twist as you exhale through the mouth. And with a smile, returning to center. Reaching the arms up high and swapping sides, right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, sitting up tall, breathing in through the nose. Deep exhale as you twist, breathing out through the mouth. Second time. third time. Letting it go. Inhale to center, reach the arms up high. Lay them down in front of you, come to an easy forward bend. And for this, I use my hands as almost like a little handbrake. So I'm not just collapsing. The hands are slightly pushing the mat away from me to give me a bit of height in the heart, because that's what feels good for me. So what feels good for you? Maybe the chin drops to the chest. Walk the hands back in as you inhale. And let's take the soles of the feet together. Hold onto the toes and let the knees bounce to the sides. And do whatever feels good in your spine. I usually find this kind of wriggle from side to side feels good for me. Use your exhale again to release, seeking out any pockets of tension in the hips, the inner thighs, that you can just exhale out. Maybe drop chin to chest and gently take crown of head down towards toes, but nobody's watching. You just go wherever feels good to you. Inhale as you come back up. Take your hands out to your knees. Let the knees come up together. Hands either side of your hips. Let's slide down onto our backs for a moment. We're not going to spend too long here. Sliding down onto your backs. Give your knees a hug. And then take some circles with the knees, holding onto the knees so they're together. And we're not going to do individual circles. And then changing direction. And then threading the arms on the inside of the knees. Let's take a happy baby. And make this the wriggliest, squealyish happy baby ever. Like an actual happy baby. And then releasing the feet. Drop the feet to the floor, take the arms either side of your body. And we're going to do a fluid supported bridge, dynamic with movement. Inhale, hips rise, arms rise, coming up overhead, pushing the knees away so there's length in the spine. You're not tumbling down into your throat. And then exhaling, hips down, arms down. So the cadence of this movement is the cadence of your breath. There is no other person that can tell you what speed to go at. Just try to follow your breath and fill the length of the breath with the movement. Two more times. Just check the big toes are pressing down into the floor and that Mula Bandha is a part of this practice. The pelvic floor is engaged and active. And notice where the juddery bits are, if there are any. And notice where the smooth bits are. And with the help of your breath, try to smooth it all out. Take the arms to your sides, drop the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale back to center. Knees to the left, gaze to the right. Inhaling to center. And again on either side. And so this dance of breath and movement is now fully underway. Letting the breath and the movement be like lovers dancing together in the sunset. Crossing the ankles and coming back up to sitting. Let's come onto all fours. Any moment now, we're coming into the vinyasa. We're going to flow a little bit more. So savor this moment of relative calm as you take a bit of cat and cow, chin to chest, pressing the heart up towards the ceiling as you exhale, tailbone goes down. And then inhaling the heart forwards between the gate of the arms, soften the elbows. Feel the heart of the palm of your hands playing an active role in supporting you. And we want our hearts to stay open, don't we? We don't want any of this numbing out that sometimes occurs when life becomes tricky. So in today's practice, we're going to pay a little bit of attention to that. Let's come down onto our forearms. Walk the hands a little further forward, so the elbows come a little further forward, and then drop the heart down to the floor. Palms are pressing into the floor, and shoulder blades are sliding down towards the tailbone. Forehead can be on the floor, or your chin can be on the floor. So the idea here is that you're getting a nice stretch across your diaphragm. Now, for some people, this is excruciatingly uncomfortable. If that's the case, you can always come back to cat and cow. Well done. Coming back up onto your hands. Tuck the toes under. Let's come to a high plank, and let's pause in high plank for a moment and just check how we're doing here. So fingers are wide apart, the middle finger's pointing forwards, and the middle of the palm is pushing the earth away. The elbows are soft, and the heart just tucks forward between the arms so that you look ahead of your mat. And then the heels push back. The thigh muscles are pulling up towards the ceiling. The tummy muscles are pulling up to support the spine. Mula bandha is engaged and the breath is deep. Press through the middle of the palm as you come into a down dog. And really bend your knees so we focus on getting a long back before we do anything else. And I love to have a wriggle here to swing knees from side to side. Ears are in line with the arms. And the tailbone's going as far back behind you as you can. Chin towards chest as you start to straighten your legs, letting the heels work their way down towards the floor behind you, but there is no rush and there's no end destination. This is all flow and movement. Let the breath move you and explore for yourself the best way to be approaching this. Imagine you're zipping your very tight pair of jeans up and notice how Mula bandha engages. Inhale as you look forwards, and let's take little steps up towards your hands with knees bent. So with the knees bent and the fingers on the floor, you can maybe sway your hips a little bit from side to side. It's just an exploration into how everything's feeling. And then drop the chin to the chest, fold the arms, so let the weight of your head and your arms give you the benefit of gravity as you come into a very gentle forward bend. So the whole way through today's practice, there is no need to have straight legs at any time.
You can always soften the legs. You are welcome to straighten the legs if that feels good, but don't go thinking there's any gold stars for straight legs. And releasing the arms, soften the knees, and very slowly inhale your way back up to standing. Okay, so I'm going to take my little sheepskin away as we come into the sun salutations. I'm like the headless yoga teacher, aren't I? Maybe that's better. Okay, so coming to the front of your mat, lifting all 10 toes. Pause for a moment there with the toes lifted. Feel how that feels across the balls of your feet, across the heels. Bring everything down, soften the knees, and individually engage each toe, which is much harder to do than it sounds. Focus in on the big toe, press that down. Notice what that does across the pelvic floor. Hopefully you feel that lift of Mula Bandha. Okay, all together, everybody, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breathing through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Third inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Soften the knees, swan dive, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, gently step your way back into a high plank. Option to drop the knees or to come down into chaturanga. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you go back. Sun salutation A. How deep can you breathe here? Traveling on the next inhale to the front of the mat. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling, hands through the midline to your heart center. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale to rise. So simple and so beautiful. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, stepping back to the floor. Inhale to rise. Exhaling back for 5 breaths. Take your awareness to your hands and try to find the very center of the palm and push that into the floor. Then bring your awareness to your armpits and try to turn the armpits in towards your heart. Take your awareness to your hips and try to push your sitting bones high and back, which helps you to move your heart towards your thighs. And take your awareness to your heels, working them gradually down towards the floor behind you. Next, inhale, lifting the gaze, shifting the weight forwards. You're welcome to hop or step your feet forwards. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling to rise all the way up. Hands to heart center, drawing into your midline, bringing it all home. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, rise. Exhaling back. 5 breaths. And when you're ready, shifting the weight forwards, hopping or stepping your feet to the front. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling to rise. Hands down through the midline to your heart. Sun salutation B. Soften the knees, sweep the hands against the floor. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping or hopping back, traveling to the earth. Inhaling to rise, up face dog. Exhaling back, left foot turns out, right foot steps forward. In however many steps that takes, sometimes that takes a few. Bending the front knee, inhale, reach the arms up either side of your ears. Any dizziness, just keep your hands on your waist. Chest is facing the front of the mat. Pause for some breaths here. Wriggle your hips. See if you can make a little bit more space. Sometimes these can feel a little bit pinchy on the lower back, so beware of that. And if it is, play around with your positioning. Make some space. Inhale. Next exhale, hands come either side of that front foot as you step back into chaturanga. Inhaling, up face dog. Exhaling, down face dog. Right foot turns, left foot forwards. And inhaling to rise. So again, all the same things apply. Hands can come to waist. Ribs facing forwards. Shuffle around, make this feel good. Your practice, your body, you are the expert. Find your breath. Exhale, take the hands down, stepping back, traveling to the floor. Inhale to rise. Exhaling back, 5 breaths. Next, inhale, taking the weight forward, stepping the feet to the front. Exhaling, forward bend. Enjoy that forward bend. Bend the knees, tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to center. Continue the exhale as you sweep the hands down. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale to rise. And we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Hop or step back, down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, turn the foot. Inhale, step the right foot forward, rise. Exhale, step back, travel down. Inhale, up face dog. Exhale, down face dog, turn the right foot. Inhale, left foot comes forward, arms rise. Exhale, stepping back, traveling down. Inhale, up face. Exhale, down face. 5 breaths. Next, inhale, lift the gaze, hop or step forward. Exhaling, forward bend. Tuck down low, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale to heart center, sweeping the hands down. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, forward bend. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, back. Inhale, up face dog. Exhale, down face dog. Left foot turns. Inhale, right foot forward, arms rise. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, up face dog. Exhale, all the way back, right foot turns. Inhale, left foot forwards, arms rise. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale. And exhale, 5 breaths. Next, inhale, hop or step your feet forward. Exhale, forward bend. Dropping down low, inhaling the arms up. Coming to your heart center. And we're going to come into the tree. So take the weight to your left foot, bring the right knee up in front of you. Sole of foot can either come to the calf, or it can come to the inner thigh, depends on how you're feeling, how your clothes are. Hands to heart. Be sure to bring the hips into the midline of your body so you're not accidentally swaying out to the side. Inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, sweep the arms out wide to the side, bringing your hands back to your heart center. 2 more times. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you sweep out wide to the side. Coming back to center. Inhaling up. And exhaling wide. And let's release that foot, place it across on the opposite thigh, soften the supporting leg and extend the arms either side of the ears. So we're coming into a seated pigeon. Inhale as you return back up to center. Both feet on the floor. Take the weight to your right foot as you bring your left foot up in front of you. And the foot can either come to the calf or it can come up to the inner thigh. Watch the hips. Keep everything tucked into the midline as you bring your hands to your heart. Listen for your breath. And when you're ready, inhale and reach your arms up high. Exhale as you sweep your arms wide to the side and down. Inhaling to center. Reaching the arms up high. Exhaling as they go wide and down. Inhaling. And exhaling. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Release the foot, place it across on the opposite thigh. Knee drops out to the side. Supporting leg can soften as you inhale, reach the arms up and come into a seated chair variation. Inhale as you come back up. Onto both feet, Tadasana, the mountain pose, standing nice and straight, arms either side of your body. Close the eyelids and just try to notice for yourself which side of your body is dominant. We sort of assume that we're perfectly symmetrical, but this is seldom the case, if ever. So which foot is pressing down harder? How can you balance yourself? How can you bring yourself into your midline more and find that neutral place? Brilliant. Inhale, pick the left foot up, step it back. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana B. Bend the front knee, take the arms wide, palms face the floor, hips coming nice and low. I'm going to do a little bit of flow around here. So inhale, come into the reverse. And then exhale, straighten the front leg and come into Trikonasana. Inhale as you reverse Trikonasana. Square the feet and exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look forwards, walk your hands ahead of you. Push the hands into the floor as you let your sitting bones rock back, chin towards chest. And get that stretch down through the spine, through the hamstrings. Deepen your breath even more here. Walk the hands slowly back in. Soften the knees as you take your hands to your waist. And inhale as you come up. Turn the back foot to point outwards. Inhale, open the arms wide. So we're coming into Virabhadrasana B, facing the back of the mat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale as you straighten the front leg, coming back into Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse that Trikonasana. Square the feet. And exhale, both hands down to the floor. Let's plant the left hand down, reach the right hand up. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, left hand up, looking to the left. And again on each side. Exhale as you come down. Inhale as you reach the right hand up. Exhale down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale down. Soften the knees. Let the hips come low. Maybe the toes can point outwards. As you walk your hands over from side to side, bending one knee and then the other, feeling into the hips. Coming back to center, square the feet, bring the hands to your waist. Inhale as you come up. Let's do the sequence again. We'll add a few bits on. So opening the arms wide, turn the front foot, point forwards, dropping down into Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, sweeping back into exalted or reverse warrior. Exhale, coming briefly through Virabhadrasana B again. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, let's come into half moon pose. Take a breath here. Square that back foot. Exhale as you return, Virabhadrasana B. Straighten the front leg as you come into Trikonasana. Exhale as you reverse. Come back up to center, bring both hands high, square the feet. Actually, let's keep the toes pointing outwards. Let's take a goddess pose. And let's bring hands to heart here. Actually, let's take fingertips together. And you're going to rock from side to side and move the fingertips in line with your heart
as you go from side to side. Hips coming low as you go through the center. Come back to center, return the arms to cactus. Inhale, bring the arms back. Exhale, take the elbows forwards. Stretch that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale as they come back. Exhale as they go forwards. Straighten the legs, reach the fingertips high. Turn the back foot so it's pointing out, square the front foot, kind of the other way around now. Inhale, open the arms wide as we come to Virabhadrasana B, the opposite side. Inhale, let's make that reverse. Exhale, return to B. Inhale, lift the ribs. And exhale, take the weight into the left foot as you come into half moon. I'm slightly coming into the wall here. It's a lot easier if you've got a bookcase to hold on to, just saying. Square that back foot, push the heel away. And then gently return your way down to Virabhadrasana B. Straighten the front leg as you come down into Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse. Square the feet so they're parallel, reach both arms up high. And let's take hands behind back, interlink fingers, press the hands away, open up the front of the chest, find Mula Bandha as you exhale and come forwards. So the temptation for me is always to rock right back on my heels, but it changes it if I allow my weight to come forwards into the balls of my feet. So explore that for yourself. As always, you're welcome to wriggle, adjust and move. Inhale, let the hands draw you all the way up. Bring your hands to your waist as you swivel to face the front of the mat. And you're going to lift the back heel so you're coming into a lunge, reaching your arms up high. Inhale, lift the ribs. As you exhale, sweep the left elbow across, bring your palms together, turn to face the right as the right elbow goes high and the palms press into one another. See if you can work your heart to become in line with your thumbs as you breathe. And when you're ready, inhale as you return back up to the lunge. Straighten the front leg, drop the back heel down, open the arms wide, and as you exhale, you're going to sweep the left hand back across into reverse triangle. So for me, in reverse triangle, my hips go all over the place. So it really helps me to come and bring everything into the midline of my body. And that starts with Mula Bandha. It also really helps if I breathe deeply with an Ujjayi breath. Inhale as you come all the way back up, bend that front knee, return to the lunge. And exhale, we're going to swivel, do the lunge to the back. Play around with how bent that back leg is. Inhale, lift the heart.
And exhale, sweep the right elbow across, palms come together. Left elbow is high. Pressing back through the back heel, get the hips low and try to work your heart parallel to your thumbs. Inhale, release. As you return back into the lunge, straighten the front leg, drop the heel of the back foot, and as you exhale, open the arms wide, sweep the right hand across, left hand rises. Big toes push into the floor. Left hip is pressing away from the front foot. Inhale, returning back up to the lunge, bend that front knee. Open up as you come wide. And let's step to the front of your mat. Okay, inhale, reach your arms up, take hold of your left wrist and draw your arm over to the right. So we're coming into a crescent moon. Inhale to center. Exhaling over to the left. And again on each side, come as high as you can at the center. And then as you exhale, smile and enjoy that side body stretch. Keep the arms high as you return to center. Have the feet slightly apart, soften the knees. Inhale, and as you exhale, take your hands down towards the floor. Take hold of your big toes with your 2 middle fingers and your thumb. Inhale, as you look ahead, feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to here. Exhale, chin towards chest, crown of head towards floor. So it's like doing the seated forward bends, but you get the helping hand of gravity here. Deepen your breath. Use your exhale. As the elbows bend out to the sides, you keep space around your ears and your neck. And you gently draw yourself down closer towards your thighs. Inhale to half lift. Release the hands from the toe grip and slide the hands beneath the feet. So again, you can soften the knees as much as you need to. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. Your toes are in line with the bend in your wrist. It should feel really delicious. You might have to remove rings. Chin to chest. And start to play with straightening and bending the knees without hurting or going over any edges. It's just a loving exploration. Okay, releasing the hands. Walk the feet wider on the mat so the toes come off the edge. The heels will stay there. Hands are still on the floor as you bend the knees and come down low. And let's take a Malasana. Hands come to your heart center. Rocking from side to side. Okay, and then bringing hands to the floor. Return to a little bit of a forward bend. Plant the hands, step back, and come into a plank. And bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Drop the heels to the right. Lift the hips, lift the heart, and reach the left hand up high. You might want to take this top arm alongside your ear. And inhale, return that hand high. Bring both hands to the floor, come into a down dog. Maybe make the down dog a little bit, toes a little bit closer to wrists than normal. You're going to pick the right hand up and take hold of the outside of the left foot as you turn your gaze underneath your left armpit towards the ceiling. Return to down dog. Walk your hands a little further forward as you come into a plank. Left hand comes to the center of the mat. Heels drop to the left. Hips rise. Heart rises as the right hand rises. Maybe that top arm comes alongside the ear. Inhale, hand rises. Exhale, hand to the floor, coming into down dog, possibly walking hands and feet a little closer. Picking up the left hand, taking hold of the right ankle, looking under the right armpit towards the ceiling. Pushing away through the right palm. And returning to down dog. Let's take the weight to, let's take the knees down to the floor. Bring the elbows down to the floor. Hands interlink. Thumbs come alongside one another. And you want to be conscious to keep the hands pressing into the floor. You don't want all your weight to be in your elbows as you push the earth away through the arms and come up into dolphin. So the head is hanging between the upper arms. The crown of the head is not touching the floor. Get your feet in a good place. As you inhale, rock the weight forwards as if you're coming to kiss your thumbs. And as you exhale, rock the weight back as if you're trying to kiss your knees. Inhale as you come forwards. Exhale as you go back. Inhale as you go forwards. And exhale as you go back. Let's do it 2 more times, breathing, exploring and flowing. Drop down to your knees, sit back on your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you with your fingers unlinked, forehead to the floor, and then sweep the arms around to the side so you bring them either side of your legs, allowing the back of your heart to open up. Bring your hands down to the floor as you come up to sitting, and we'll take the hands forwards and let's take a pigeon. So bring the right knee forward, slide the foot beneath you as you walk the left leg away, coming up onto your fingertips. So we only have 5 minutes left. You see what I mean? Just flies by. 60-minute classes are too short. Roll the shoulders away from your ears, let your heart rise. Let the hips become heavy. With the eyelids down, let yourself smile, that secret smile that's just for you. Has nothing to do with people pleasing. And then take the weight into your hands as you walk them forwards and come into a really beautiful reclined half pigeon pose. Walk the hands back in. Press down into the palms. Bring that right leg back so the knees are together. Stabilize yourself and then slide the left knee forwards, bringing the foot beneath you, walking the left leg's forward, right leg is back. And coming up onto your fingertips. As you edge your ribcage higher, roll the shoulders away from the ears, create some space. Let the hips become heavy. And then walk the hands forwards. Make it feel delicious. Inhale as you come back up. Sweep that back foot around. Take the soles of the feet together, holding onto your toes, just like we did at the beginning. You can bring your thumbs on the inside of your feet to open up your feet as if they're pages of a book. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift your heart higher. And then as you exhale, lean forwards. The elbows can push into the inner thighs and help open those knees further apart. Drop the chin towards your chest and bring the forehead or the crown of the head towards the toes. It's utterly unimportant how far forward you go. You don't need to have a straight spine. You can make this as fluid and delicious as you possibly can. And then inhale as you come back up. Bring the knees together. Slide your hips down the mat as you come to lie down on your back. And let's drop knees, bent knees to the right, gazing to the left, with your left arm extended out to the side. You can place your right hand on your body wherever it naturally wants to fall and just engage with the fluctuation of your breath here. Inhale as the knees come up to center. Swapping sides, knees to the left, right arm extended out. Place the left hand anywhere on your body that feels good. Gazing to the right. And coming back into center. And so you get a little bit of yogi's choice for the final pose. I'm going to lead you through plow, but if you want to do headstand or you want to take your inversion of choice, then of course fill your boots. But for anyone who's following me, arms either side of your body, bring your knees in towards your chest. Make sure that there's space between your shoulder blades, and just know that this is about it's not about putting all your weight on your neck. So if it feels uncomfortable, you come out of it straight away. You're going to bring your legs overhead. Use your hands to steer your hips high and bring your feet towards the floor behind you. Once there, you can walk your elbows a little closer. You might want to soften your knees. You can even squeeze your ears with your knees, or keep your legs straight. The hands are supporting the spine. And you can become super aware of how your breath is here. If your hands are supporting your spine and you feel strong, you are welcome to bring your legs out and come into a shoulder stand. And then when you're ready, soften the knees, drop them down to the forehead. Use your hands as a little handbrake and enjoy the journey as you unfold, unroll towards the floor. Bring your feet to the floor, extend your legs down, and with your arms either side of your body, you're going to roll slightly to the left so you can slide your right hand underneath your left butt cheek. And then you're going to roll to the right so you can slide your left hand underneath. So you're sitting on top of the tops of your hands. Toes are pointed. Legs are sucking into the midline. As you bend the elbows and lift your heart so your head is hovering. If your neck's uncomfortable, you can always look down the length of your body. Otherwise, let your head hang and breathe here into your chest. Bringing your head back up as you lower yourself down slowly. Remove your arms from underneath you. You're going to take your arms away from your body. Palms are turned upwards. You're going to wriggle your feet further away so there's more space in your hips as you turn your toes outwards. Walk your shoulder blades down your back, away from your ears. And allow the corners of your closed eyes to soften and the corners of your mouth to soften. Allow your jaw and your tongue to feel more open. And let your breath deepen, drop into an easy place. And slowly starting to wriggle fingers and toes. You are welcome to stay in Shavasana for any length of time. Otherwise, you're going to reach your arms up above your head. Stretch up through your fingers, stretch through your toes. Love the arch in the lower spine as you do so. Feels so good. And then bring your arms to your side. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side. And slowly taking your roll to the side. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow. And making your way very slowly and gently back up to sitting. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Dropping forehead to fingertips as we close with the word namaste. The love inside of me sees the love inside of you. We say that to everyone of all eternity, every sentient being in this moment and forever. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Unmute.